Welcome. Today we're tackling a huge question. Should you rent or buy a home in 2025? Home prices remain high, averaging $430,000 nationally, and in hot markets like Austin or Miami, it's even tougher. Renters aren't spared either, with average rents now over $2,100 for a two-bedroom. So do you keep renting, or stretch for a mortgage at nearly 6.8% interest? Both options feel risky. Renting means no equity. Buying means a massive commitment at high prices. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. It depends on your finances, goals, and risk tolerance. We'll break down the numbers, hidden costs, and give you a practical framework. Let's dive in. How do we get here? The 2025 housing market is a result of several forces colliding. Years of underbuilding since 2008 created a shortage, especially of affordable homes. Millennials are now prime buyers, adding huge demand to limited supply. Institutional investors are snapping up single-family homes, reducing options for individuals. Many homeowners are locked into low-rate mortgages and won't sell, further shrinking inventory. Fewer homes for sale means buyers compete fiercely, driving prices up. When buying is out of reach, more people rent, pushing rents higher. New rental construction hasn't kept up, so even renting is tough. It's not just bad luck. It's a perfect storm of supply, demand, and economic shifts. Understanding this context is key. Renting seems simple, but there's more to it than just monthly rent. Beyond rent, you'll pay a security deposit, application fees, and sometimes broker fees. Utilities, internet, parking, and pet fees can add hundreds to your monthly costs. Renter's insurance is another expense, often overlooked. Over time, these add up. Renting isn't as cheap as it looks. The biggest drawback? You build zero equity. 10 years of $2,100 rent is over $250,000 gone, with no asset to show for it. Renting offers flexibility, but the opportunity cost is real. Consider where your money is going, and what it could do if invested elsewhere. Weigh these hidden costs carefully. Renting is more than just a monthly payment. Now let's talk about buying a home in 2025. Homeownership is a dream for many, offering stability and a path to wealth through equity. Each mortgage payment builds your stake in the property, and potential appreciation can grow your net worth. Tax benefits, like mortgage interest and property tax deductions, can save you thousands. But the upfront costs are huge. A 20% down payment on a $430,000 home is $86,000 plus closing costs. Monthly payments are steep, especially with rates near 6.8%. Add property taxes, insurance and maintenance, costs that can surprise new owners. Repairs and upkeep are unpredictable and can be expensive. Homeownership is a long-term, ongoing financial commitment. It's not just about affording the mortgage, it's about being ready for all the extras. The dream is real, but so are the risks. Make sure you're prepared for the realities, not just the rewards. In this market, buying isn't for everyone. Let's compare the long-term financial outcomes of renting versus buying. Imagine Priya rents for $2, $100 month, while Rohan buys a similar home with total monthly costs of $3,000. Rohan's higher payment builds equity, but Priya could invest the $900 difference each month. Over 20-30 years, disciplined investing could rival or surpass the equity built through homeownership, especially if the housing market underperforms. The winner depends on home appreciation, investment returns, and how long you stay put. Selling a home comes with costs too, which can eat into gains if you move often. There's no simple answer. Run the numbers for your own situation. Opportunity cost is key. The rent versus buy decision is personal. Lifestyle and future plans matter as much as math. For mobile professionals like Arjun, renting offers flexibility and avoids costly transactions from frequent moves. Families like Sneha and Vikram may value stability, good schools, and a sense of community, making buying more attractive. Entrepreneurs, or those with variable incomes, might prefer the predictability of rent, at least until their finances stabilize. Retirees may want to downsize, freeing up capital and reducing responsibilities by renting. Each life stage brings different priorities. Renting suits those needing flexibility or facing uncertainty. Buying fits those seeking roots and long-term stability. There's no universal right answer. Match your choice to your journey. Be honest about your needs and plans. Your lifestyle should drive your decision. Let's get practical with two case studies. Aisha rents for $2,000 month. Buying a similar home would cost $3,450 month with $80,000 down. Instead of buying, Aisha invests her down payment and the $1,450 monthly difference at 7% annual return. After 10 years, her investments could total over $400,000, though she's paid $240,000 in rent. Ben buys the $400,000 home, puts $80,000 down, and pays $3,450 month. After 10 years, with 3% annual appreciation, his home is worth about $537,000, and he's built roughly $262,000 in equity. Aisha has more liquid wealth, Ben has home equity, and a place to live. If home prices rise faster, Ben's advantage grows. If investments outperform, Aisha wins. The outcome depends on market performance and investment discipline. Both paths have pros and cons. Your results will vary based on your choices and the market. There's no guaranteed winner, just different strategies. Choose what fits your goals and habits. So, how do you decide what's best for you? Use online rent versus buy calculators, like those from the New York Times or NerdWallet, to input your local data and personal finances. Adjust variables like home price, rent down payment, mortgage rate, and how long you'll stay. These tools show the break-even point, how many years before buying beats renting. If you'll move before then, renting may be smarter. Be honest about your ability to invest savings if you rent. The calculators are only as good as your inputs. Do your research. Use several tools for a clearer picture. Let data, not emotion, guide your decision. So should you rent or buy in 2025? There's no universal answer. Renting offers flexibility and lower upfront costs, but no equity. Buying can build wealth and stability, but comes with high costs and less flexibility. The right choice depends on your finances, goals, and lifestyle. Do your homework, use the tools, and be honest about your plans. Talk to a financial advisor if you need help. Make an informed decision you feel confident about. Share your thoughts below. Are you renting, buying, or still deciding? Let's keep the conversation going. Alright friends, before you take the leap, whether it's renting or buying, let's arm you with some solid, practical tips for 2025. First, for the aspiring home buyers, checklist time. Get your credit score in shape, save for a solid down payment, and get pre-approved for a home loan. Don't forget to factor in extra costs like stamp duty registration and maintenance. Mistake to avoid, don't stretch your budget too thin. Experts recommend that your EMI should not exceed 30% of your monthly income. Pro tip: always visit the property at different times of day and talk to neighbors for real insights. And yes, read that builder agreement. Every single line. Now for all the renters out there, checklist time. Inspect the property well, check water supply, power backup, and security. Clarify the rent agreement terms, especially regarding maintenance charges and notice period. Mistake to avoid: don't skip the inventory list. Note down every scratch and stain before moving in. Pro tip: negotiate. In 2025's market, landlords are often open to reasonable offers or small upgrades, and for both buyers and renters, keep your documents safe and handy. Aadhaar, PAN, and recent photos are a must-never rush. Take your time to compare locations, amenities, and commute options. When in doubt, consult a real estate expert or legal advisor before signing anything. Remember, a home is more than just four walls. It's your comfort zone and your investment. Stay wise, stay prepared, and make 2025 the year you move smart. If you found these tips useful, give a like and share with someone who needs it. Got questions or your own tips? Drop them in the comments below. Now, let's tackle the most burning questions you all have when it comes to renting versus buying in 2025. We've picked the top queries from comments, DMs, and trending forums. Let's dive right in. Question 1. Is it better to buy a house in 2025 or should I wait? Answer: honestly, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. If your finances are stable, your job is secure, and you plan to stay put for at least 5 years, buying could make sense. But if you expect transfers or the market seems unpredictable, renting gives you more flexibility. Don't rush. Study your own situation first. Question 2. What hidden costs should I expect if I buy a house? Answer: great question. Apart from your down payment and EMIs, remember to budget for stamp duty, registration charges, maintenance, interiors, and parking. Also, property tax and society charges will be ongoing. Always keep an emergency fund ready for surprise expenses. Question 3. Can I negotiate rent or home prices in 2025? Answer: absolutely. In fact, with more supply in many cities, both rents and home prices are often negotiable. For rentals, ask for a slightly lower rate or request upgrades like better appliances. For buying, do your research on recent deals in the area and make a realistic offer. Question 4. Is renting just throwing money away? Answer: not really. Renting gives you freedom, no property tax, no maintenance headaches, and you can move easily. Your money isn't building equity, but you're also not locked in. Think of it as paying for flexibility and convenience. Question 5. How much loan can I safely take if I decide to buy? Answer. Experts say your home loan EMI should not cross 30% of your monthly income. Use online EMI calculators and always leave room for lifestyle expenses and savings. Don't let FOMO push you into a bigger loan than you can handle. Got more questions? Pop them in the comments. We reply to as many as possible. And remember, whatever you choose, make sure it's right for your life, not just the trend. See you in the next video.